You can call it as you like it. You can call anti-football, catenaccio. Nowadays, TikTokers, Instagrammers, they call it haram football. In other words, the worst football that you can watch. Please watch Juventus Milan tonight, 0-0, a match that it put us pretty much to sleep, wondering why are we even watching this match? What is going on? It's really a snooze fest, a point that at the end of the day, it is Milan could have done a little bit more and bring home the 3 points, but now we're gonna analyze a little bit more. I'm gonna tell you what I really think about this match. Make sure to comment about this video, because tomorrow we're gonna do a community reaction. I'm gonna read all the comments from this video, and we're gonna see what's this community of a whole Rossonero think. Who's your MVP? How did you watch the match? How do you think that Milan actually deserve? If Milan or Juve, any of the team were lucky enough to bring home 1 point, and what's your expectation for this campionato? Okay, so we're gonna do a quick video, a recap, but now I'm gonna give you my personal reaction after watching Juventus Milan finish with a 0-0 for the boys. Okay, and let me start from here. I fully understand that the enthusiasm is back and a lot of people are expecting a victory from Milan. But I have to bring you back to reality and telling you that Milan last season finished 9th. We missed the Coppa Italia final. We missed Champions League from September. We are playing still with the same defense. We're still playing with the same striker. And the only thing that changed is that the coach and the midfield. Other than that, when you're facing a solid team as Juventus, that it's the representation of the haram football, of anti-calcio, that's what's happened. A shitty match. A match that has over 500 passes in between the two teams, over 10 shots for each team. I would like to know how many actually on target. Ball possession of 51% to Juve, 49 to 49 for Milan, 51 to 49. So it is, if you can write down what does it mean a draw, that's what it is now. That's the description. That's the description. Now, as I said, a lot of us wanted to have I was watching the match with a good friend of mine, always a Milanista, my friend Macho, that constantly every single match go to San Siro, and of course he was a little bit frustrated for the match, because you need to understand that if this one was a boxing match, so a boxing match is decided by points, how many points you score throughout a match. Now, I didn't take note because I was in a friend's house watching the match, but I can remember clearly a couple of occasions in the first half from Giménez and maybe one from Juventus, 2-1. And then another, you got a penalty for Pulisic, so that's 3, and a couple of occasions completely missed by Rafael Leão. So this is 5 clear occasion that Milan didn't use. On the other side, Juventus has his own moment, like on the first half with Davis, that completely missed the shot. Another time with Gatti, that Magnan did an incredible miracle on the second half, and maybe another occasion with, I don't recall, on a counter attack. Now, at points, if we are talking about maybe Milan supposed to get the 3 points, and I get it, okay? It was too magical, okay? And that's what you're expecting, because at the end of the day, when you're playing a match against a solid team, against Juve, you're not expecting to have a million of occasions. You need a couple of occasions to score a goal. Neither Giménez, neither freaking Leão was able to score, even with a penalty. And when Pulisic missed, that means something. That really means something. means something, because if a cold-blooded striker like Christian, he cannot score, and he just remember that he didn't. It's not like he didn't score because Di Gregorio saved. He missed because he shot high on the right side, so he missed. So tonight it is clear it was not our match. Tonight it was clear was not our match. Tonight it wasn't clear. I think it's fair. The 1 point that we bring in home is giving us chance for the future. We are at the moment just 2 points away from Napoli and Roma, 1 point above Inter and Juventus. When we come back after the 2 weeks of breaks, we're gonna face Fiorentina with Mr. Pioli. Then we're gonna have Pisa, and then we have Roma, another match, and then the derby in November. It's gonna be a long campionato. What you were expecting? Of course, you know. Well, let's analyze a little bit the match, how it went, because at the end of the day, we had the lineup. It was the classic lineup that you were expecting, the same lineup that actually played against Napoli with Mike Maignan. In my opinion, extremely good match from Mike with a massive save on Gatti. We play with Pavlovic, Gabbia, and Tomori. And just so you know, on SofaScore, all three of them, they were actually great rating, all above 7 out of 10. In my opinion, Tomori, Gabbia, Pavlovic, especially, I will say, and it's so hard to see a match where the central back like Gabbia actually defended well. In my opinion, tonight, Gabbia, before with Davis, the first half with Davis, then with Vlahovic, then with the other guy, what's his name, Openda. He was extremely solid as a central defender. I don't have anything to say over Gabbia. I think he was the best defender of tonight. Very solid, nothing past him. So I was surprised. Pavlovic and Tomori, they played a very good defense. So now I'm analyzing with you guys. Of course, this is a live a raw reaction. So I think after facing Napoli and after facing Juve, which is a crazy team that with Yildiz and Conceição, they have a million of options, because we saw against Inter they scored 4 goals, against Borussia Dortmund they scored 4 goals, against Villarreal they scored 2 goals. So they have their own option. Tonight they didn't score any goal. Let's say that the defense, I would like to say that now I trust, with this match, I trust our defender. I trust back Tomori, I trust Gabbia, and I trust Pavlovic. There was probably a little mistake I remember right now from Pavlovic, but other than that, really solid, really good. What we were expecting a little bit more is from our midfield, because of course we have Bartesaghi, and now we're going to talk about Bartesaghi, Rabiot, Modric, Fofana, and Selemakers. Now, Peperino, Selemakers, Fofana, and Modric, and Rabiot, we were all expecting something extra, especially in my opinion Selemakers. But Selemakers was more careful to defend. Yildiz, Cambiaso, Locatelli, very hard to get them. On the other side, Bartesaghi and Rabiot, they were against Kalulu, McKennie, and Conceição. So they could have been very dangerous. Meanwhile, we were more, as Allegri style, as HARAM football, as just said, they were extremely solid back there. Now, Bartesaghi, I have to say, yes, he got a yellow card, completely undeserved, but defending against Conceição, McKennie, and Kalulu is not that easy. And Conceição on this match, I like it. I'm not saying that I'm a fan, but I have to say that defensively, Bartesaghi, in my opinion, in this match, as a 21 years old, he was pretty good. That's all I can say. He did a great match, stay in his positioning. Let me read some stats. Touches 49, accuracy passes 80%. Not really there for the crosses, so I don't really care. But long balls accuracy 3 out of 4. Okay. Dribble attempts actually 1 out of 1. Ground duels won 3 out of 4. Possession lost in 90 minutes played, only 9. You remember matches with Hernandez where he was losing 17, 19, 21, 22 balls a match? Bartesaghi 9 at the Juventus Stadium in Torino. That's very good. That's a very academic, academic match, I have to say. Nothing else to say. Really good positioning, following what Max Allegri said. Really good. I didn't miss Stupinian in this match. Was expecting a little bit more from Rabiot. Probably he felt the pressure of, Rabiot, I think, played something like 8 years in Juve. Was expecting something more from Adrian, but I get it. It's your match. Like from Allegri, I was expecting a little bit more of energy coming up from, especially in the second half. Instead, nothing. Fofana played a great match, in my opinion. Saelemaekers was more defensive, and then striker we play with Giménez and Pulisic. Now, talking about Pulisic, I think Juventus Tudor really found a cage around Pulisic. Really good, because Pulisic didn't have many chances. I don't actually recall if actually he shot on target. Let me see if I can read anything. Accuracy passes 87%, crosses 1 out of 1, long balls 1 out of 1, ground duels won 3 out of 5, possession lost only 7. How safe is this match? Pulisic only 7 possession lost. It's crazy. Where is the shots? Shots on target 1. From Pulisic, just 1. And he got a penalty. Now, in the last 15 penalty that he shot, he missed twice. One against Torino and one against Juventus. Now, maybe it's the air of Torino, but that was our match point. We had few match points against Juve, against a big team. Few. We don't have many. If you remember, against Napoli, we had 3 massive chances. 2, they were goal with Saelemaekers and Pulisic. Another one was with Fofana, 3, and we scored 2. In these, we had 5 occasions, and we didn't score ever. Pulisic, unfortunately, in this match, this is the first match that I say not enough. Our expectation as a community is very high on Puli. Is if you want to be categorized as world class, we were expecting more, and he didn't deliver. It happened. Am I frustrated and I'm angry at him? No, but fuck who? It's okay. Who cares? Right now, it's okay. It's okay. Giménez, actually, on the other hand, the Mexican guy, that missed a couple of great goals. I would say he probably was the most dangerous of our players. I have to say that this one, I have to say to Santi, especially on the first half, he has a couple of occasions, one over a cross of, I think was on, well, I don't remember from who was a cross from the left side, and Giménez almost scored a header and a great solo action from Santiago. Second half, he'd been substituted by Rafael Leão. Then, yeah, he did his little job and has again two more action, one at minutes 90s and one alone in front of the goal after a corner kick or a free kick that he missed completely. It's gonna be hard to see Santiago. Sorry, it's gonna be hard to see Rafael Leão playing this Milan because it's not Allegri style. Like Nkunku is not Allegri style, and it's gonna be interesting to see what's gonna happen. Second half, yes, we got Nkunku for Pulisic, we got Santiago Giménez for Rafael Leão, we got Fofana for Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Yeah, of course, some people are gonna say, Ricci should have been playing instead of Fofana, but you can clearly see that Allegri more prefer having somebody stronger, taller, like Ruben Loftus-Cheek. It actually helped a lot, Ruben. The reality is I feel overall this match, let's do a wrap up. I think overall this match, I think both Allegri and one of our main midfielder like Rabiot, they were under the pressure of playing in Juventus Stadium. The pressure gets to everyone, even to somebody like Pulisic. In a match like this, we don't get a million of occasions, and in those few occasions that you get, you need to bring home the 3 points. Now, I get it fully that people wanted to have the 3 points because we were there. We were about. I mean, we're supposed to win this match, but this is football, and against Juventus in Torino, you don't get many chances. So you need to bring home whatever you can, and you didn't, and that's why we bring home the point. The campionato is very long. I know that now we are behind Napoli and behind Roma. Today I watched both matches, Roma and Napoli. They are not better than Milan. The campionato is very long. It's clear that Conte cannot handle more than one competition a year. It's clear. It's clear. So I am expecting, and now we just passed Napoli and then against Juventus. Now the next few matches are gonna be hard. I'm expecting Roma at some point to collapse, as Napoli. Need to keep an eye on Inter and need to keep an eye on Juventus, because Juventus from this match comes out with the great points. Because if I was a UFN, I would be happy to bring home 1 point, because they missed the penalty. If I was a UFN, they missed a penalty. They missed with Leão. They missed with Santiago Giménez. Yes, we had a couple of occasions, with one occasion mainly with Gatti where Magnan saved. Other than that, nothing else. So if I was a UFN, I would be happy to bring home these results. Other than that, guys, let me know what you think. Looking forward to your comments. Let me know, and it's good. It's good. Believe in the process. Trust in the progress. You know what I mean. Ciao belli. Forza Milan.